Israel was no longer the nation it once was. Once chosen by God, now torn apart by fear, idols, and silence. King Ahab ruled the land, but behind the throne stood Queen Jezebel, a woman who hated the God of Israel. She destroyed God's prophets and filled the nation with the worship of Baal, the so-called god of rain, storms, and fire. Altars to Baal covered the hills. Songs were sung to false gods, and the people followed blindly. But God had not been silent. He sent Elijah, a man with no army, no crown, no protection, only a word from God. Elijah stood before King Ahab and declared, "As surely as the Lord lives, there will be no rain, no dew, except by my word." And just like that, the sky shut its doors. Days turned into months. Months turned into 3 years. The land cracked, crops failed. Rivers dried up. Hunger filled every home. Yet Baal, the god of rain, did nothing. Then, after 3 long years, God spoke again. "Go and present yourself to Ahab. I will send rain." Elijah returned, and Ahab exploded with anger. "Is that you, troubler of Israel?" Elijah did not hesitate. "I have not troubled Israel. You have by abandoning the Lord." Then Elijah issued a challenge that would shake the heavens. "Gather all Israel at Mount Carmel. Bring the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah." The people gathered, the prophets gathered. The mountain waited. Elijah stood before the crowd and asked the question that echoed through history. "How long will you waver between 2 opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. If Baal is God, follow him." But the people said nothing. Silence hung in the air. Then Elijah said, "2 altars were built, 2 sacrifices prepared." Elijah proposed the test. The God who answers by fire, he is God. The people agreed. The prophets of Baal went first. From morning till noon they cried out, "O Baal, answer us." They danced, they shouted, they collapsed around the altar. But nothing happened, no fire, no voice, no response. Elijah began to mock them. "Shout louder. Maybe he is deep in thought. Maybe he is sleeping. Or maybe he is away." Anger fueled their desperation. They screamed louder. They cut themselves with knives. Blood flowed over the altar. Hour after hour passed. The sun began to fall. Still nothing, no fire, no Baal. Then Elijah stepped forward. "Come closer." The people gathered around him. Elijah repaired the broken altar of the Lord, using 12 stones, 1 for each tribe of Israel. A reminder God had not forgotten his people. He placed the sacrifice on the altar. Then he did something shocking. Pour water on it once, twice, a third time. Water soaked the sacrifice, filled the trench, drowned the altar. Fire was now humanly impossible. Then Elijah lifted his eyes to heaven and prayed, not loudly, not desperately, just confidently. "O Lord God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known today that you are God. Answer me, Lord, so these people will know." The mountain held its breath. And then the prayer ended. Silence returned to the mountain, heavier than before. Every eye was fixed on the soaked altar, a monument to impossible faith. And then, from the heart of the clear blue sky, a pillar of pure fire descended with a deafening roar. It struck the altar like a judgment, an all-consuming inferno that turned the air to glass. The fire did not just burn the sacrifice, it devoured everything. The drenched wood vanished in a hiss of steam. The 12 great stones glowed white-hot, then cracked and melted into slag. It licked the dust from the ground, and with a final, furious roar, it boiled away every last drop of water in the trench, leaving the earth scorched and utterly dry. A wave of terror and awe crashed over the people. They were thrown to their faces, their bodies pressed to the ground as if by a physical hand. A single unified cry erupted from thousands of throats, a sound of broken pride and sudden absolute belief. The Lord, he is God. The Lord, he is God. The lie of centuries had collapsed in a single fiery moment. Elijah's voice cut through the cries. Seize the prophets of Baal. The people, now instruments of divine justice, rose and took hold of the false prophets whose God had remained silent. Judgment, swift and final, fell upon deception. Then Elijah climbed higher up the mountain, seeking solitude. The same sky that had been brass for 3 long years now waited. He bowed low to the ground, his face between his knees, and prayed for rain. He sent his servant to look toward the sea. The servant returned. There is nothing. 6 more times Elijah prayed. 6 more times the servant looked, his footsteps echoing the long, empty years of drought. After the 7th prayer, the servant's voice finally broke the pattern. Behold, a cloud arises out of the sea, as small as a man's hand. It was enough. Go quickly, Elijah commanded. Tell Ahab to prepare his chariot before the rain stops him. As the servant ran, the sky began to change. That small cloud grew, spreading across the horizon like ink in water. The sun was blotted out. A wind, cool and carrying the scent of the sea, began to howl. The sky turned a churning, furious black. Then the first drop of rain hit the dusty ground. Then another, and then a deluge. A flood from the heavens, drenching the cracked earth, filling the dead riverbeds, washing the world clean. The drought was over. Fire from heaven had proven who is God. Water from heaven proved his mercy. Israel had learned a lesson written in flames and washed in rain. God does not compete with idols. He exposes them. The Lord alone is God.